So today is going to be the first video of Jamie Foy week. Basically every video this week is going to be about Jamie Foy, and it's only right that if I'm going to be making videos about Jamie Foy that we're trying out his skate shoe. This is the Jamie Foy New Balance 306L. That just means that it's laceless. So throughout the week in all my videos I am going to be talking about my experience skating these shoes, but today we're going to do the first real test. I skated with them a little bit the other day. I did like an unboxing video and I just hated how it was turning out, so we're gonna give you the first impressions today of the Jamie Foy 306L. Now right out of the gate you'll see that this is a vulcanized shoe, but what's different about this vulcanized shoe is you can see how much heel support Jamie Foy put into this shoe, and that makes a lot of sense because he's skating giant rails, but at the same time this shoe has a ton of board feel. There's not much going on here as far as foot protection, especially in the forefoot. Most of the protection is in the heel, and even then this shoe is way more prioritizing board feel over comfort and protection. So like I said, I skated with it the other day just a little bit, wasn't able to get as good of a session as I wanted, so today we're gonna put the shoe through its paces and I'm gonna let you know what my first impressions are skating this shoe right out of the box. So if you like these videos, subscribe. Like I said, I'm gonna be making Jamie Foy videos all week. If you want to follow me on Instagram, you can follow me at The Local Joe, but let's get warmed up and test these shoes out. You. That 5.0 is pretty crappy, but we're keeping it. So update on the shoes, they're just like really thin. So if you imagine like if you've skated like the stray slip-ons, when those wear out and they're like really thin, that's what this feels like. It feels like a slip-on shoe that you've already skated, at least in the forefoot of the shoe. So like right here, it feels like pretty much just like an old shoe. But back here, it feels like there's a lot of extra heel support. So it's kind of a weird thing going on. Now as far as how they skate, the board feel really does make a difference. This is like my first true session testing them out. I skated the other day, but it was with a bunch of people, so I didn't really get to focus on the shoes and focus on how they were performing. So the first day that I did skate these, they were really stiff. And this part of the shoe was really hurting like my toes. So the forefoot is like a little bit boxy, and so it makes your foot slide around inside of there. At least my foot, I feel like I have a medium foot. So if you have a wide foot, you probably really like these. So what I did yesterday, I wasn't skating, so what I did is I soaked these in warm water and then wore them around for like a half hour to try and get them to break in. And then later on, I microwaved the insoles for a minute, put them in and walked around, and then microwaved the whole shoe with the insoles and did that for another minute. So now they're feeling like really good and broken in. They feel comfortable. It's just that you don't feel very protected in these shoes. So part of me was hoping that this would be more of like a hybrid between a cup sole and a Volk, but no, this is like a true Volk shoe. One thing that is really nice though is if you see that red bit right there by my thumb, that wraps around all the way through the toe cap and then around to here. And so when you do rip through this suede, eventually that rubber is gonna be there to protect it. But from what I've heard, these are really durable shoes, and odds are that I probably won't even need that rubber piece, but we'll see as it goes on. I'll keep you guys updated with how the shoes wear in, but so far I'm happy with the shoes, how they're performing. They're just like a classic Volk slip-on. Maybe they're a little bit more durable, but the sole of the shoe is very thin, like a classic Volk slip. So just know that if you were thinking that because Jamie Foy skates big rails that these were gonna be, you know, slip-on shoes that are also good for some impact, they are not. Jamie Foy just, I think the way that he skates, he must just be good about not bruising his heels, because these just really do not offer a whole ton of protection. But this is my left foot, so obviously there's not much going on. At the end of the video, I'm gonna show you my right shoe and see how much wear and tear I've actually put on the shoe up to this point. So let's keep skating, keep getting tricks, and then we'll check in and I'll give you my final first impressions of the Jamie Foy 306L. Let's get some more clips. Alright guys, fun session today. Would have kept going but the camera died, but let's get to what everybody wants to know, which is the wear and tear on this shoe. So you can see right here where I do my ollies, there's a little bit of some scuffs from heel flips. I get them right there. And then as far as the toe cap goes, the way they built it, you really can't tell that there's any wear and tear on it. It looks practically brand new. Obviously, this is just one session. I mean, probably I'd say like a session and a half. But so far I'm liking the shoes. The first thing that I love is just like the flick. I feel like I'm flicking my tricks better than I was with my Adidas Tyshawn. So I was able to kick flip and heel flip over the hip. I've never heel flipped over the hip before, so that was good. And I was able to kick flip up the step up, I think like first or second try. So the flick on them is feeling good, not just with the kick flips, but also with the heel flips as well, which is a huge plus because most slip-ons struggle with heel flips. At least I struggle to do heel flips in slip-ons, I should say. The grip on these shoes is good. I have no complaints. I feel like I was able to feel the board, obviously because it's super thin, but I was able to grip the board really well. The insole has definitely started to mold to my foot a lot more, but that's probably more thanks to the fact that I microwaved it and soaked it, because starting out it was comfortable, but in areas it was just really stiff. I mean, I think people call it, there's like hot spots, so like the shoe will feel comfortable, but then certain areas will just feel awful. For me, it was around the toes, but after microwaving these and soaking them and wearing them, my toes feel fine. The shoes feel, I think, how they're supposed to feel, but just be aware there is pretty much no impact protection in these shoes. They are a true vulcanized slip-on. A lot of board feel, very little protection, but great flick and great control. So I'm excited to keep skating these. I've got some awesome videos for Jamie Foy Week planned for you guys. Hopefully we're gonna learn how to front crook. We're gonna work on skating flat bars like Jamie Foy, and hopefully we're gonna tackle that handrail right over there. So stay tuned. If you like these videos, go ahead and subscribe and like the video. You can follow me on Instagram at @TheLocalJoe. Remember to make every single day Friday. New shirts are coming very soon, like probably by the beginning of next week. So thank you everybody that buys the shirts and supports me and watches this videos. You guys are the best, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.